My brother ended up pointing a gun at an intruder. Why? Because my parents hired them to try to kidnap me. This is a crazy story, let's get right into it. I'm 16 years and 2 months old. My parents believe I'm a disaster and an unruly child, but they're delusional parents. My mother has bipolar disorder and does not take her meds regularly. And I'm sure my father has undiagnosed mental health problems as well. They've been wanting to send me to camp for troubled teenagers for a while, and 2 people came to me without me knowing. I thought they were kidnapping me. I screamed, and my brother, who was at home but wasn't supposed to be, took my father's gun and threatened to kill them, and that was when they told us who they were and why they're here. We called the police, but they did nothing after talking to our parents. I do not trust my parents anymore, and I want to get emancipated. Where do I start, and what documents do I need to prepare? Do I have a case? I'm working part-time right now. I don't think my parents will object. They'll be happy to get rid of me. Quick little edit. It seems like emancipation is unlikely. It sucks, but it's the reality, and I should just accept it. Please, if you have any other advice for me, to maybe change my guardian or somehow reduce the influence that my parents have over me, or anything that helps, I deeply appreciate it. Alright guys, Mr. Reddito here. There's a complete update for this story, so strap in, grab your favorite beverage, and let's hop right into it. I sadly don't have any good news. Just 2 weeks after posting that my parents ended up sending me to camp. The camp that they sent me to was using the same property and facilities of an older camp, which was closed down due to abuse of teenagers. The place wasn't like anything I imagined it would be. I tried to cooperate and pretend everything's normal, but they see compliance as a form of resistance. They also see non-compliance as a form of resistance. Whatever you do, they see it as resistance. Their formula is that we were defective people, and the only way to fix us is to first break us down and completely and then rebuild, according to their standards. Until they see you have a mental breakdown, they don't agree that you're ready to relearn everything and truly change. So they continue the pressure. Even when I was doing everything they wanted, they weren't convinced. It took 3 months for them to be convinced that I'm broken down, and they did break my spirit, to be honest. I got to the point that I did not care about anything anymore. I just wanted it to end. They knew I had a YouTube channel, and they wanted me to log in and delete all my videos, and delete the channel. They had a girl who pretended to work in the kitchen to befriend me, only to see if I truly hate my old self or not. She'd tell me that she watched my videos and she was insulting me left and right, saying horrible things about me and my brother, who's also a YouTuber. I was supposed to agree with her. If I took things personally, then I knew I was acting and wasn't ready. They got me when I was at my lowest, and they got me to log into my account. The next day, they brought me in front of a computer and showed me that my old password wasn't working anymore, told me they deleted my account. I was thinking about all the time and effort I placed were gone. From there, I did not care anymore, and they were convinced they've achieved their goal. So things became easier. They teach me to be a nice, girly Christian girl who wants to raise babies and would never touch a boy until she's married to someone her parents pick. It was like they were sending me to a children's book. Then my dad came and brought me back home. When I got back, my brother actually told me that my YouTube account wasn't deleted. Since I was using his email for recovery, he got a notification when I logged in from camp because it was a new place. So he figured that it's not good news and jumped and changed the password ASAP. So my account's okay. The a-holes at camp were lying. I don't know if I'm the same person or not, or how much I've changed, but I hate my parents. I hate them so much that a year ago, I couldn't even imagine such a level of hatred's possible. There's 448 days until I'm 18, and I'm counting every single second until it's over and I'm leaving with my brother. We're never looking back. My bigger brother is the only positive thing in my life, and the only person who I trust. When I was gone, he went to the police, CPS, even talked to a lawyer and a private investigator to find a way to get me back, but nothing worked. My parents came after my $15,000, which I had a joint account with my other brother, in order to pay for this program that they sent me to. But my brother actually ended up moving the money to an account only under his name, so parents couldn't access it. He continued to post the videos that I had prepared in the pipeline when I was gone, so I continued to make more money and did not lose subscribers. Well, that's it for me. From what I understand, my parents cannot afford to keep me there anymore. That's why they pulled me out, otherwise the place wanted more time with me. What an incredible story to read. I could not even imagine being in that position. There was actually a comment in the comment section that shared a similar situation of this story. Let's read it. My mother vaguely threatened to, quote, come get me herself and take me to camp when I came out as a lesbian. More like she kept saying she should have done that, but it was terrifying enough that my then significant other, now spouse, said they would call the police instantly if she ever showed up at her door. And worse, I was a fully grown, independent adult at the time. Some parents are absolutely horrible and crazy. I really hope OP got away from them and is now safe and happy. Alright guys, so this story is a lot to break down. If you have a similar situation of a narcissistic parent, or you know someone that does, drop your thoughts down below and we're going to turn our attention to the next story. Am I the a-hole for literally showing my dad how he behaves every day when he gets home from work? I'm female 16, my father's 46 and is the breadwinner, while mom is a stay-at-home mother. She handles everything around the house like cooking, mopping, washing, laundry, etc. I'm the oldest and I try to help, but really, there's only so much I can do while my dad just gets home at the end of the day and complains about everything. Like how the carpet's not clean or how the food's kind of cold. As a result, I'd have to listen to a huge argument daily between him and mom. It's exhausting, but honestly, I think that my dad is in the wrong here. I tried talking to him to get to see how his behavior is, but to no avail. So what I did was pick a day off for him and pretend to act like him. I put together an outfit that looked like a suit and put black tape over my lips to resemble a mustache. At 6 p.m., I went inside the house and shouted, "I'm home." Then sat next to him in the living room and started kicking my shoes while complaining about the state of the house at the top of my lungs. He glanced at me confused, asking what I was doing. I ignored him, then started yelling about the carpet being dirty, shower not ready, and the kids needing to be quiet, and so on. He kept staring while mom and my siblings laughed. My youngest brother kept pointing towards me saying, "This is Daddy." I then proceeded to yell about dinner, then berated my mom for not preparing it before time. My dad stopped me in a serious tone and asked what I was doing. I turned to him and said, "What? Can a man effing rest after working long hours?" in the most macho voice I could muster. My dad got the hint because this was the common phrase he uses daily. He went quiet and avoided looking at me. I stopped the act and told him I was trying to show him what he's like every day when he comes home from work. He said nothing, just went outside and refused to speak to me. Later, he went on about how I mocked and invalidated him. that he does work hard, and me doing this was so disrespectful and invalidating. Mom said it was funny, but also thought it hurt my dad's feelings, and I could have gotten the message across some other way instead. So there were some interesting comments on this story. Let's read a couple of them and let's talk about it and see if we agree. Number 1 comment said, "Not the a-hole. You held up a mirror to his behavior, and he did not like what he saw. That's on him. I hope he gets the message." Comment 2. "He did not even realize he was looking in the mirror until the end. Then all the feelings crashed down hard on him. Hopefully, he'll learn. Good job at figuring out a method that illuminated the situation." Comment 3 says, "Oh, he knew." You know, I'd believe that if he did not, because in his mind, there's no way who he is. He's rational in his mind. Calm man who complains only when something is ridiculously wrong. And he's respected by all sundry, especially the children. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. Drop them down below. Do you think OP went a little too far or not? Am I the a-hole? Yes or no? My opinion is not the a-hole. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.